For the first time in a minute, I have a Pokemon Center Elite Trainer box. Look at that. My buddy and I went half and half. He took the Lucario one, I took the Gardevoir one. So, grateful we were able to finally snag these for once off of the Pokemon Center website. Queues are tough. Queue times are certainly tough. I have not had the best of luck, but we did get this. So really cool. I'm just glad to get the stamp promo again, and yeah, we'll just see what else comes in here. And I think we get a little bit of extra packs, which is good because it helps me get up closer to like my booster box count that I usually want to hit. So yeah, pretty stoked about these. So there was a Gardevoir one, there's a Lucario one. The Lucario one comes with a Railu promo, and the Gardevoir one, of course, comes with a Alakazam promo because that absolutely makes sense. It is pretty coll. I do like him. I kind of stand on a little island in the middle of nowhere. The hand drawn kind of shading on that too looks really nice. Stoked to see that in person. Without further ado, let's lose some money real quick because these are not going for cheap, of course, because all the Pokemon Center ones now are impossible if you miss out on the wave of actually getting it on the website. So this is exciting for me. So yeah, Mega Evolution is a brand new era for Pokemon TCG. We are now exiting Scarlet and Violet. What things are really changing from Scarlet and Violet? In terms of design of the cards, nothing new in terms of borders. In terms of like the silver borders, we are sticking with that. We are not going back to yellow. Let's do a quick look on the inside. Woo! And we got Mega Evolution Pokemon, and they're very much going with this muted, not really like it's very flat. This like flat colored kind of spectacle thing is really featured in all of the mega cards. I don't know. I think it looks good. I think it's one thing I will say, like going through it, like just to talk about what kind of card types are in here. Okay, jeez. All right, we'll get into there probably once we get into the packs because then we can actually see everything. I know they did change the layout in these a little bit, just so yeah, that's clean. That's nice. Just so everything stays in position. It's really good for long-term storage and whatnot. Of your sealed stuff. It's going to make this a lot nicer if you ever choose to open it or someone chooses to open it down the road. I like that. This kind of has the Mega Evolution symbol that's inside a lot of the gems. Pretty clean. We got some foiling on that. I like it. Good looking ETB box. Very nice. We've got Gardevoir sleeves, of course. Same kind of pattern, and I'm still hoping that these are ones that I can use. Correct? Yes, they are. They are the good glossy finish, so you can see the cards extra nice and clean. Looks like we get a coin. It's fun. Sure. Yeah, we like that Mega Gardevoir coin. Very neat. And then this should have everything in it, including our stamped Alakazam. You obviously get the normal Alakazam, you get a code card for online, and you get the deck dividers in these now. They're probably trying to make it a bit more rigid so the promos stay nicer here, is what I assume they were doing with this change up that's happened since like what? What's it? Twilight Masquerade, I think they did that. Energy's got to change. We got this like dual. I think it's probably also to do Mega Evolution because I think there's like a trainer card here that kind of looks like that. It's got that dual swoosh going on. Not too much different than the energies we had from Sword and Shield, but a minor change. We are still just doing EX symbol, so nothing new in terms of dice for this new series. Though I do like this like drippy kind of pattern inside the dice they did for these. Not too bad. Oh, the hundreds are actually marked in a different color too. Interesting looking. I guess that we can mark something new. Nothing else on that side, and just these, and that should be it. And then you get this big honking chunk of plastic we can toss over there for now. And this should be 11, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Very cool. Yeah, this is one of those first ones where it's like, I think it's the first set we've really gotten, other than like Heart Gold Soul Silver, I think, where this is like a spin-off game or not necessarily like a brand new mainline game, though this might just become the norm for Pokemon now that they're doing Pokemon Champions on the side as their battle simulator, and then the main actual game that you're playing, which is going to be this new X and Y Lumio Zeta A game, which is what this is kind of based off of because obviously Mega Evolution is present there, and that's going to be the current game. So yeah, this is going to be an entire era. I don't know how long. I don't know if they have plans to do a traditional RPG gameplay game in the future. I think this is going to be a really new, really pioneering a new way for Pokemon with what they're doing with this. So it'll be interesting to see what happens going forward. Another new thing, code cards have changed. Same on the inside, except for there's like a green. I'm just going to show a little bit of it because I want to keep the code cards. There's like a green bordering on there, and then you get these Pikachu backs. So you will know when it's Mega Evolution onward. Next thing we'll probably be able to see, okay, good, we're getting like reprint cards, obviously, because this is a new base set, and at some point format will probably shift to this. So they're trying to get your rare candies, your Ultra Balls, stuff like that printed back into it. And we can do a bit more reading here too, just because I haven't really showcased this set at all, I think, on the channel yet. No, I think I've only opened it in my own spare time or a pre-release and stuff like that. So let's just read. Anything with abilities and stuff, I'm going to just take it real slow. We've got a Pyroar. As long as Pokemon's in the active spot, attacks used by your opponent's active Pokemon do 30 less damage. Okay. Oh, it has to be in the active, though. Pretty meh. We got the Executor that I think I saw people using because there's a lot you could do with this new Meganium engine that basically makes like 2-for-1 energies. One energy costs two, or provides two with a Mega Venusaur and some other stuff. And this is also like a tech card you could use in that. Strange timepiece. Do you evolve one of your evolved psychic Pokemon by putting any number of evolution cards of it into your hand? Probably useful just to help like rule out something. This is one of the exciting ones. So first off, the foil energies do not have that like kind of street pattern. Like I almost thought it was like a tile street that you're walking down, like a cobblestone street. Now we just got basic flat hollow foil on the reverses. I'm not stoked about it, but it's not bad either. I don't know. It is what it is. The Lunatone is one of these really cool Pokemon that if you have Soul Rock in play, you can discard a basic fighting from your hand in order to use the ability, and then you get to draw three. So you can use him as a draw engine. It was really fun in pre-release, and the Soul Rock has a similar effect where if Lunatone's on the bench, you could use his attack for free. A cool synergy, and I know Golden Go has been trying to make that work in it. So for me, I've been really looking at that. And then Hollows have basically zero change. Yeah, no, they're exactly the same as the other one. Ooh, we got some dings up in the top. Good to know. I think my buddy said the same spot on his cards he was seeing them. So yeah, I don't think it's from opening. I think they're just for some reason damaged like that. Interesting. Yeah, hollow foil is the exact same hollow foil pattern that we had in the Scarlet and Violet era, which is one of the starting weird things. Like I feel like they say this is a new era, but a lot of it feels very, very similar. We didn't change up all that much. I will say that there's now a lot more of the once in your turn, use the ability, switch a card from your hand with a target. Okay, that's something. There is a lot more Mega EX, so we get the same pattern that we had for the Terastallized EX Pokemon, which I think looked a lot better than your just basic EX with that like weird star foil pattern that almost made them look fake. So glad we're getting more EXs, so we have more lower rarity cards that look really good in my opinion to put in a binder. So because I saw my friend open a booster box and there was a ton of Mega EXs, it just looked nicer. Like in the past, I get a bunch of EXs, it just looks cheap. Yeah, here's your Soul Rock, 70 damage. If you have Lunatone on the bench, free attack, very nice. What else do we get? Oh, we have new Gimme Ghoul that is 2 retreat and a worse attack, so nothing crazy there. And we just get a normal Cinderace with the ability Explosiveness. But if this Pokemon is in your hand when you are setting up to play, you may put it face down in the active spot. Ooh, cool. 3 basic energies attached to your bench Pokemon whenever you like. That's cool. He's a really cool early setup card. That's kind of fun. It's kind of fun. I don't know what decks are going to be trying to use that, but I do like that. Like down the road, the fact that we'll have that as a ploy if you do need a deck that needs like an explosive setup. Like not bad to have like just copies of it, and then they're just discarded fodder later if you don't pull it on turn one. Kind of neat. You can also use like Ultra Ball to just search it, right? No. It's when setting up. So now you do have to get really lucky. Lily's Determination, good new trainer from what I hear. Shuffle your hand into your deck. Draw 6 cards. If you have exactly 6 prizes remaining, draw 8 instead. Dang, okay. So not only do you get to keep the research, your resources on like Professor's research, but if it's like early game and you've got that, you're getting 8. It's pretty crazy. Smudge on the foil. Look at that. I did not do that. A lot of damage on these cards for some reason. What's this? Flip a coin until you get tails. Search your deck for any number of cards. Up the number of heads. Put them in your hand. No, not feeling that. I don't actually know what this is. Oh, Premium Pro. Oh yeah, this is to help make fighting decks a bit stronger. Yeah, during this turn, attack speeds your active one do 30 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon before applying weak. I wonder if you could stack these. I'm not 100% sure, but we can consult somebody on that. Or maybe you guys could actually. Let me know. But Mega Latios EX, very cool. Obviously, can't tell the difference between Latios and Latios. It's very hard to tell in their Mega form, but look at that. Like the foil pattern, the way it glistens off of these like color patterns they put on it. Really, really digging the design on these kind of cards. You may switch this Pokemon with your bench, 40 damage, and then 300 and discard everything. Pretty strong. I mean, that knocks out a lot. Not everything now, because Megas have more HP. And the thing to note with Megas is they are 3 prizers. So the pace of your game, if Megas ever become a really consistent staple, is going to be very fast, similar to what we remembered in the tag team era. So I don't know. I love it or hate it. That's kind of where we're going to be at. But I feel like right now we have so many good Pokemon EX without that it's kind of hard. And I think, for my opinion, while we still have Golden Go and things like Raging Bolt and stuff like that can easily one shot these Megas, it's going to be kind of hard to work with Megas. There's very few that are actually getting play, and even then, they feel like they're one ofs. Like I saw someone do Lucario, and they're like, honestly, the Mega Lucario is just if you need a quick finish with its burst damage. You don't really want to have it out because it's a liability. Even like Gardevoir, people are trying to slot in the Mega Gardevoir, and I'm seeing a lot of people saying, nah, it's not worth it. Just keep the deck as is. Search deck for Mega Evolution Pokemon EX, real, put in your hand. Pretty standard if you're just running a Mega deck down the road, and that's where I feel like that symbol kind of matches what's going on in these sleeves and the rest of the box theming. Pretty cool. What does this do? This Pokemon is knocked up by damage from an attack from your opponent's Pokemon EX. Your opponent can't take prize cards for it. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's kind of fun. Ooh, and if you can get crazy damage counters spread, that's okay. That's kind of fun. Lieutenant Surge's bargain. Oh yeah, this is really funny. Ask your opponent if each player may take a prize card. If each player says yes, take a prize card. If no, you draw 4 cards. I saw people doing that in pre-release, and someone said, "Yeah, take the prize card." But ooh, Mega Absol EX. These are what the full arts look like. They kind of went with your journey together, what they were doing with the trainers, but now it's just the Pokemon in its base form pre-Mega Evolution, which I really like. I'm stoked for that. I'm glad they were able to repurpose this kind of art style. Beautiful. And what does Mega Absol EX do? And he's a basic too. You just put this down. You don't need to like pre-evolve from something like we did last time we had Megas. There's no need for a Spirit Link that ends your turn. We're just slapping them down. I think it's really been the case with Pokemon TCG lately. Is just simplified actions to get things into play. I don't know how I feel about that. Like even with like I said, the Terastallization, it didn't really do much. There was only one ability that would just prevent damage. Kind of felt unimaginative. It feels kind of uninspired with this too. It's just another way to have, I guess, crazier attacks and higher HP. But I don't feel like the cards do anything functionally or gimmicky different than any of your other Pokemon EX that we had in the last series. If your opponent's active Pokemon has exactly 6 damage counters on it, that Pokemon's knocked out. What? Okay, there must be some other cards that gets you up to 6. And then if your opponent reveals their hand and you discard a card, oh, okay. Oh, so just 200 and you can discard a card you find in your opponent's hand, reveals it. Oh, he reveals it. Oh, you get to choose? Ooh. Oh, that's kind of cool. Yeah, I like your choice. We take that. Let's keep her going. What's next? Yeah, these are always, I always love when we do these ETB videos or new set release ones because I like getting to chat and actually look it over myself because I feel like I usually keep it a mystery for myself too until I actually really read it. Actually like go through one like this. So these are always fun for me. Once during each player's turn, the player may discard an energy from their hand in order to draw cards. So they have many cards in their hand as they have Psychic Pokemon in play. Again, good for Gardevoir. I will say that is something where it got an upgrade. There's our extra Cinderace. We got Knuckle Stack. Hey, and a Mega Manectric. I have a very strong affiliation with this Pokemon because I remember pulling this in X and Y in Phantom Forces a lot. So it's just really reminiscent to see this guy again. 330 HP. If your opponent during your opponent's next turn, prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from basic. Seen this effect done a lot of times, but that with 120 is kind of cool. And you may discard all energy from this Pokemon and have the attack to 130. Oh, but you don't have to. That's kind of cool. I can mess with Manectric. I think I saw people putting this in as like a tech kind of card. I mean, great thing to stall with. Great damage output too. I mean, stalling until you need to use that big burst option to knock something out. Kind of fun. I might have to look into that for myself because that's something that actually entices me. What else do we got? I think we're kind of running low on packs, but we've got. I'm not upset. We're getting a good amount of stuff here. Shuckle. What does Marshuckle do? Once in your turn, if this Pokemon has any grass energy attached and uses this ability, heal 30 damage from one of your Pokemon. Not what I thought it would do. Okay, interesting. I like the drop kick. Oh, hey, we got a Stuffle art rare and nothing behind it. Cool. We'll just take a moment to appreciate the art. Nothing useful for this card, but yeah, it is cute. He's ripped up the entire room and found a lot of fluff. Hopefully, he didn't rip up another Stuffle. That was just some inanimate stuffed animals that aren't himself. Very cute. Not too bad. Not too bad so far. No, actually, the stack's still pretty high. We're taking this slow. I keep forgetting. All right. Sorry to make this a nice 20-minute video, but if anybody's got nothing to do today, strap in, relax, and we'll. Okay, now we're not relaxed anymore because we've got that. Really cooling art though. That too. Spirit Tomb. What do you do? Opponent's active Pokemon is damaged by an attack. Your opponent's Pokemon, even if your active Pokemon is knocked out, place 1 damage counter on the attacking. Just 1. Okay, interesting. This guy was using in pre-release a lot, just for extra damage output. It was I think a very busted deck. I was having a lot of fun. Iron Defender, not Iron Defense. Iron Defender. It sounds like a superhero name. During your opponent's next turn, all of your Steel Pokemon take 30 less damage from attacks from your opponent's Pokemon. During your opponent's next turn, all of your Steel Pokemon take 30 less damage from attacks. Okay. This includes new Pokemon that come into play. Cool. Okay. Yeah, we take that. Very neat. Volcanion and... Oh, yes! Yeah, baby! Okay, so I'm a little peeved with this set because they did not reprint Night Stretcher in its basic form. They only did this in the full art. I think it would have been nice to keep it around longer, but I guess they don't want it to rotate into the next block. So sorry, you guys still need to find Shroud of Fable if you want to get the basic copies, but there is a way to get Night Stretcher and Mega Evolution, and it's this wonderful full art, and I'm sure this will be a nice capstone of how good this card is, and I'm glad that they gave it some love, even into the next era of the Pokemon TCG. Yeah, but look at that. This one also has that same nick of damage on it, which we... Oh, wait. Oh, that might have just been dust. Okay, that might have been dust. Okay, false alarm. Yeah, and if you don't know what that does, yeah. Yeah, it's basic pull a Pokemon or energy from the discard, put it in your hand. It's been around for a long time, but that's what it does if you don't know. Let's keep it going. Can we get one more? I would like one more hit out of this ETB, and I think I'd feel complete. Another Iron Defender, another Spiritomb. Is that a reverse? Yeah. Yep, we're in the era where I can't tell reverses anymore. Now, this Hariyama was fun too. I think he's basically just like if he gets evolved this turn, it's just boss's orders for yourself, which is pretty clean. Clean for a pre-release format. Maybe less so because he wastes bench space in an actual deck, and I don't think you're gonna. Oh no, he does do 210. He hits himself, but he's actually not a terrible attacker. But getting 3 energy on fighting wise is probably not super easy. While he's compassion, he'll damage from one of your Mega Evolution Pokemon EX. Oh my god. Ooh, okay, all the energy back into it. Okay. I'm sure there's some Pokemon that's not going to care about recycling energy that way. And that's a crazy healing card, if so, considering how much HP you can have in this format. Yes. Mega Obama Snow. And was that the only reverse? Okay. Oh, nope, nope. See, dark types, hard to tell, but there is foil on that. Dark type's always been rough, though. I can't even just blame that on this set. Oh, again, look at that like firework color pattern pop in there. As you can see, HP is still going up, 350. Hammerlanche, discard the top 6 cards of your deck, and this attack does 100 damage for each basic water you find. Oh, I like that. 600 damage cap, that's pretty crazy. Your opponent's next turn, this Pokemon takes 30 less damage from attacks. Okay, listen, if you can play a really gimmicky deck where you don't need much other than Abomasnow and a few other cards, this almost kind of plays like Sandaconda. I'm not opposed to that. You don't have to. Your opponent's next turn, this Pokemon takes 30 less damage from attacks. It's not great, though. That second attack really isn't great. You're probably playing it for the first one, and setting up 3 water energy is probably tough. Even 2, I don't think there's any way to accelerate a water in that way, unless you have something that maybe just accelerates any type of energy. But I digress. Let's carry on. Yep, we've got some free attackers again. This thing was fun in pre-release. I was goofing up because I'm used to TCG Pocket rules and attacking on turn 1. Again, sorry to my opponent. We both kind of messed up and did not realize. Once during each player's turn, Pokemon might switch their active water Pokemon on their bench. Great. We love a nice switching card. We love a beautiful calming beach. I'd like a forward to that card, actually. That'd be fun. Maybe put some Pokemon on the beach or something. And yeah, I felt like this one was pretty empty. We just got a Kyogre, which 20 damage for each basic water energy card in your discard. Okay, I feel like we've had a similar effect like that before, maybe even on Kyogre. But one last attempt here. Let's see if we can get anything else. I'm not disappointed. Between the promo and how much stuff we pulled, we didn't do too bad. I'd love to see an SIR, but I know that cannot happen. Guaranteed out of one box. So overall, pretty good. We got our Alakazam again, and just a Yveltal. But hey, you know what? Not a terrible box. Not a terrible box. I will take that all day long. Yeah, let's do a little recap, and I'm going to put it at the price point that you would buy it at on the website. That way you can see, even at the normal price point, it's still hard to break even. So do not go online and buy these for a stupid price. Get them without the promo. Maybe pick up the promo on its own if you can find it for a good deal somewhere. That's my advice. And if you got one, congratulations. If not, I hope you found some Mega Evolution, and I hope you're enjoying into our new era. And let's see where the road takes us. All right. See you guys in the next video. Peace.